Hi, I'm Wade.
And I'm Lorraine.
And we are
On the Off-Ramp.
And today we are on a bit of a different journey, aren't we?
Well, we are. We're finally leaving Arizona and heading into Utah. And we've done a lot of dry camping.
We've done a lot of dry camping. We just had 5 days in Page, 5 days in Page, Arizona of dry camping.
Now, we did find places to dump and use water.
We did that.
We could find that, but we were dry camping, and we're looking forward to going to a state park, Gunlock State Park, which is way out by St. George, Utah. So we did that drive to get to St. George, Utah, and then to Gunlock State Park, because that's where we found a spot with electricity, water, and showers.
Yeah.
Because that's what we needed.
After 5 days, all four of us felt like maybe it was time for a shower.
And what we learned is that time that we get to spend in those state parks or with electricity, we call those what? Home days. Home days, where we do laundry, get groceries, settle down. So it kind of slows our pace down a little bit, and we actually camp.
Right. So this video we'll be talking about dry camping and how we get around some of the challenges with dry camping or boondocking. And then we're going to talk about some state parks in Utah. The first one is Gunlock State Park. We'll be spending 3 nights there. And then we're hoping to hit Snow Canyon State Park on the way as we head our way out towards Zion.
Yeah, of course, when you think about Zion, you think about all the national parks, but we are really liking the idea of hitting some state parks as well and to camp in some of the state parks.
Right. So join us as we travel on, start our journeys through Utah.
Okay.
Page, Arizona to just outside of St. George, Utah today. It was a long drive. It wasn't even that long, but we're doing some border paperwork, we'll call it for now. We'd gone to the local public library, so we left a little later than we wanted, but it is 7:30 in the evening, and we are at Gunlock State Park. There's Alan Val's band, and we have a little lake in front of us, so we're going to sit here for 2 days and just kind of relax. It's an absolutely gorgeous day, so we figured it's time to go for a walk. This is a great little park just outside of St. George, Utah, nestled in the mountains on either side. And it's a little man-made lake.
We're at Gunlock State Park here in Utah. Managed to get 2 spots here. It's on a lake. Sun is going down. And we're with our really good friends, Alvin and Val. We have camped together for probably 40 years, taken our kids camping to all over the place. But now, it's the 4 of us exploring together, and these are the evenings we look forward to. There's their van.
Not a weekend.
Okay, start playing, Wade.
But I guess she, her mom and dad. Yeah. this world, and you feel you've come undone. You ain't nobody's little girl.
I don't know if you can see them. Here we are leaving this campground, and
There's another one walking right there.
Oh yeah, walking right on the hill. Okay, what are we called here again?
Gunlock.
Oh yeah,
Gunlock
sorry.
State Park.
Gunlock State Park. Yeah, those are the wildlife. We did see remnants of that wildlife here in this campground and wondered if it was true.
And today we say goodbye to Gunlock State Park in Utah near St. George. We have just been enjoying the views that we've been getting every day here, and the weather's been fantastic. The campsites are great. It feels much more secluded than it really is. Great place to visit.
Looks like we're being stopped by wildlife, Wade.
Yeah. They're very sure of themselves. This is like count 948 again.
Oh, that was just in our...
No, it was just
by the water, I took a picture.
Yeah.
There's the rest of his buddies.
Down among those trees.
Wow, we've come up a ways. Leaving Gunlock Campground and heading over to Snow Canyon State Park. Just for something else to see on our route. Finding our way to Snow Canyon, and we think this may be the area. The combination of white and red rocks is what we read about. Wow. Entering Snow Canyon State Park.
By the way, now that you're here and we've got your attention, we have a request.
We'd like you to stick with our channel. We think that if you're planning a trip to Utah, we think we have lots to offer in the videos that we're going to be sharing with you about our trip.
We'd love it if you would subscribe to our channel. It helps us grow our channel. And like our videos and leave comments. We love to hear from you.
Especially if you have questions. I think we have a lot that we can share about what we were able to accomplish in the time that we spent in Utah. Bit of an ordeal at the pay station, but hey, we made it. Met many others. Look at this. Now sadly our plan is to drive through. I don't think we're stopping for any hikes.
No, just a drive through today.
Just a drive through, but wow. We weren't going to make a stop in Snow Canyon. We were just going to drive through this state park. But we came up to the Petrified sand dunes, so we decided we had to go and step up onto the Petrified sand dunes.
Would you say this was called Petrified lava flow?
No, Petrified sand dunes.
Oh, Petrified sand dunes. Well, look at this with the rocks down here.
Basically,
or something down there.
Sand that's gone all hard, eh?
That's kind of cool. And that is going to be our view down there once we get to the top. These patterns are so cool. Look at that. Petrified sand dunes. Who would have thought? I know, I saw that falling down. How to go from red to black or black to red. This must be Snow Canyon right here, because those white rocks, I guess, are what they call the snow.
Okay.
This is Snow Canyon State Park. Alvin is at the top of the hill.
Wow.
And this is our view. It is absolutely spectacular. And the reason they call it Snow Canyon, we were thinking, is because all of a sudden the rock turns white. And their van is way down there in the parking lot. And here's a couple of hikers that were tagging along with us.
Came off a side road or off of a small highway. Came to this spot that we found on iOverlander. And according to Wade and Alvin, along this dirt road, there's probably, I don't know, they think 60 at least campsites. There's a tent there that we've seen nobody come to yet. Same here, a van in the background. Family that's just arrived. So yeah, it's free, not necessarily private, because there's, oh, way in the trees there I see a van as well. Now Wade and Alvin said we could have tucked into the river a little closer, but when we pulled up, we always got to consider we're traveling with two vans, and it's a hot day today in Utah. They're probably loving their new spring weather, but isn't this a great setup? Our two vans under the shade of some poplar trees, and we could just park like that in this little spot. So that's the thing too, we have to consider the two that we're traveling like with two vans and need to find spots for both of us that are level and easy to drive into. So as Wade is trying to get the Jets game and listen to it, I've given up. He's given up, so he just listens. What, you just listen to the brothers tell you what the score is?
Yeah.
Val is already enjoying her coffee with some cookies we just picked up at Costco.
Thank you.
So Lorraine and I kind of have our defined duties and tasks while we're traveling, and one is while I'm driving, Lorraine will often check out iOverlander and look for spots that we can camp for free.
Now I might do that while driving, or I might do that while we're sitting at a campsite, but it all depends on, being able to access data, because it's a mobile app and website that's community-driven database, and it's for be able to find dry camping. Some of it's free. It depends on what your filters are, but it's also was great for us to find propane and for water and for dump stations. And so that app was very useful for us as we found these spots.
We've used it quite often, but this is probably one of the nicest ones we've gotten in a long time. We have used it over other years, and you'll see some of that in our other videos, but when we were traveling together as two RVs now, it was so handy, and we picked this nice little spot that we could just kind of cozy our two vans up together. So it was a great way for us to find a place to rest and stop.
A word of warning here, because some of the descriptions won't say how off-roading you're going and whether you need a high clearance vehicle or not. So I really like that feedback that's on iOverlander if it tells you, only come here if you have four-wheel drive. Because of iOverlander, or because of me looking for spots, we did wander into some places that we did not stay at because we just felt it wasn't a public spot. It was a person's farmyard.
So we hope you've enjoyed today's video. Next week we are heading off to Zion and Bryce. So we look forward to sharing time that we're going to spend there and the things that we're going to explore and find there.
Lots of oh wow moments on this trip.
Now, we know that things can change and plans can change, so we just need to remember to hold our plans loosely.